Hey YouTube, today we're going to talk about this big, aggressive, really interesting knife from Cold Steel. Of course, who else but Team Andrew Demko and Lynn Thompson. Cold Steel 4 Max. It's a overall 10-inch length, has a 6-inch handle and 4-inch very premium steel CPM-20CV blade made in USA. Now, before getting this knife, I knew I was getting into some big knives, and I like big knives, big aggressive looking knives. That's all about me. But I thought this would be one of those big knives that Lynn Thompson and Andrew Demko make that does not pass maybe the practicality test. There is Cold Steel Esplanada, which is about 7.5 inches blade, and it's basically a folding machete. For me, that's a little bit too big, not too practical. Or Raj 2 Cold Steel with 6-inch blade. Again, for some people it might be way too big, but even for my hands, this one just feels really good at hand. It's I've been carrying it for 2 days, and I would say it does pass the practicality test with ease. I did not have that expectation for this from this knife, especially at first I thought, well, yeah, it's kind of hard to open it with one hand. It takes time getting used to it. I mean, it's big, but in your pocket you do feel this knife, but I cannot say that it's uncomfortable. You do get comfortable with it, and with its blade, which is about 4.5 inches or 4.5 millimeters, 0.18 inches, and such a high grind. It's a slicer, it's a chopper, it's a jack of all trades. It's a multi-use type of a blade designed to take enormous abuse, and with triad lock it can withstand 800 pounds of pressure and free swinging engine hang and anything you can come up with, any kind of test. Oh yeah, this boy will take the abuse. It's again, if there is an apocalypse going on in the world and I run home and I need to grab one knife out of many knives I own, this is my apocalypse knife. This is one, and there is no question that this can perform in every task. Again, it's a chopper, it's a fine chopper. It can do slicing, very fine slicer due to high grind right here. You can use it as an axe. You can put it against something and just basically either hammer it or force your way through it. It will do just fine, and the blade will stay as sharp as it is, and you won't even notice that this knife needs any maintenance or any touch-up. This was made for heavy use. This was made for super heavy abuse. My overall impressions, I do really like this knife. I would give it 9 out of 10 score. Few things to mention. Such a big knife, those T6 tiny torque screws. Why would you do that? I don't understand. The clip, the typical very tight Cold Steel clip that you can't move anywhere. Okay, I get it. That's not a deal breaker. If you try to take the knife apart, you might get some free spinning over this side, because here is where your torque screw goes, and if this gets free spinning, basically you won't be open. the knife unless you dremel it and make an incision where you can force a screwdriver from this side or hold with a driver from this side and basically open the knife. I do like opening my knives, cleaning the washers, oiling them, and I think any knife owner should have that ability. Just like when you own your car, you would like to pop the hood and do some maintenance basic work yourself. But overall, this guy does deserve 9 out of 10 stars easily. This is a I did not have that expectation from it. I thought this would be one of those super big beefy guys that you won't be able to carry, you won't be able to play with it, you won't be able to do any slicing, maybe some chopping. But no, this knife proved me wrong. Actually, this is one of the practical ones that you could carry, you could use daily, and it will serve you very well.